Wait, that's...
Everyone, target the demons! Iron Mask!
So that was your plan. Time to attack with the new moon to exploit the Zoma's weakness. A good plan. In theory.
What do you mean?
Zen has already overcome that weakness.
No.
You're surprised? Do you even know why the Zoma would be weak under the new moon to begin with?
There's a reason?
It's because their powers are designed to mirror a demon's.
So if he has the covenants to draw on instead, then the phases of the moon mean nothing to him.
Precisely. Ash was kind enough to buy me all this time, more than enough to lay a suitable trap.
You make it sound like you knew we'd come here today.
Why else would I allow myself to be spotted by those dogs of Yatagarasu? Hand over the covenant.
Never.
I wasn't speaking to you, and I don't like being interrupted. I was addressing the host of the Covenant. Well, I know you're listening. Yes, I'm referring to you, the bearer of the Covenant.
No, Figue! Don't listen to him!
If we cannot settle this civilly, I have ways to compel you. Like so. That was your cue to scream. Try to follow the script. Now, if I might have the drone's attention. You can see that, can't you? A one like that might not kill a human, but the ensuing blood loss certainly would.
Figue! Don't listen to him!
Your resolve is admirable. No fear at all. You clearly have a strong will. A shame that your body cannot match that strength.
This body can perfectly simulate pain? Wow, that was kind of them.
I confess my curiosity is piqued. How much pain are you capable of enduring? Shall we find out together?
All right.
Have you decided to give up the Covenant?
I said all right. But I'm warning you. If you lay even a finger on them before I arrive, I will kill you.
Figue! Can you move, Melody?
I can't. He's here. That bastard's right here and I can't move.
Shoot. I was hoping you might know these demons' weaknesses or something. Guess not.
No, you don't get it. He's not...
Not what, Melody?
Ugh. Never mind.
If you think of something, anything, let me know. I'm hoping we can find a way out of this before Fig gets here.
I'm here, Iron Mask. I'm ready to hold up my end of the bargain.
As promised, I have not harmed them further.
May I treat her?
By all means.
Are you okay, Ringo?
I'm sorry, Fig.
No. If anyone should apologize, it's me. Make sure you do what needs to be done, Ringo.
This hurts, Fig.
It'll heal up soon enough. Just bear with it for now.
No. You know that's not what I mean.
There. That should do it.
Fig!
Now we talk terms. Let Ringo and the others go.
Don't get ahead of yourself. The Covenant first.
I'm aware. I'm making sure the conditions are clear for after that.
A noble sentiment. So you are aware that once you give me the Covenant, you will die. Do you have any last words?
No. But I have one question. Tell us why you're doing this. Why are you trying to summon the Great One? Why destroy the world?
Well, I suppose it's because that's the Phantom Society's will, and I am its Iron Mask.
That doesn't tell us anything. If we don't understand, how are we supposed to help you? Tell me, why do you want the world to end?
You're so naive. Stand before Zenin.
Remember your pledge. Don't hurt Ringo and the others anymore.
Eat up, Zenin. That's it. The rainbow is complete. Finally, it's mine. And now, the final curtain. What's wrong? All the pieces should be in place! What did you do?! Traitor.
Sorry, boss. Turns out karma's on my side. Fig!
The demon's control is gone. Time to fight back.
Huh? Fig, you're alive?
I'll explain later.
It appears that the tables have turned.
So, I've caught in your trap now, am I? Well, if you think hiding from me will save your friends, then you can watch me rip them apart!
The rainbow lights disappeared. The plan's fallen apart, but Zenon's definitely weaker. This is our chance. Let's finish it! Let's roll!
You're just riffraff after all.
You know what
Shall
to do.
we? We're lacking intel on this one. Way too slow!
Don't you dare run.
Hope that works.
As long as we work together,
That'll work.
we got this.
You're just riffraff.
That's the ticket.
Careful what you choose, Arrow.
Let the rebels begin. Tear him up!
More power!
Go time.
You can't escape your fate. What?
I know how to kill you.
Time to bust out the big guns!
We need to watch
Change
ourselves.
this up. This
Try
side.
all you want.
Don't you dare run.
Hope that works.
Probably.
Why? I have all the covenants. So how? How could they still overpower my Soma? What did Figue do? Purple! What's going on?
Hey! Get back here! Shit!
He got away with the covenants. Hey, we still managed to beat Zenon. I'd call that a win. But more importantly,
What's going on?
Figue?
Thank you, Ash. You gave us the opening we needed against Iron Mask.
Not a big deal. I was just doing my own thing.
Even so, thank you for being so brave.
Figue!
You don't have to shout, Ringo. I can hear you.
Then don't just ignore me!
I prioritized thanking Ash. I suspected that I would miss the opportunity to do so if I answered your question first.
Figue, you're not dead?
You don't have to hold on to that body. I'm not in there anyway.
Then what is this body?
It's a remotely controlled proxy. You could say I took some inspiration from Mimi.
You actually made the babe drone?
Yes. Do you recall my first operation as Mimi, when Saizo proposed a certain alternate form for my recon drone?
Yeah, I remember.
Ever since then, I've been working on this plan to engineer a second body for myself.
Why?
Because of the Covenant. I anticipated that continuing to travel unguarded with a Covenant at stake would pose significant risk. To mitigate that risk, I had the idea to create another body. A familiar form with simplified functions. And above all, one I could pilot remotely.
Without telling me?
Without telling you.
Come on, guys. Let's focus on the fact that Fige's safe, okay?
Hey, Fig. Your Covenant seemed to sap away Zenon's power. What happened?
I knew you'd be up against a powerful foe. With the worst-case scenario in mind, I decided I'd come up with a fallback plan.
All on your own?
Zenon was using the Covenants to amplify his already considerable combat abilities. He'd focused all their power to that singular function.
Yeah, I think Victor said something like that too.
Right. And that connection, between his own latent strength and the Covenant's maximizing his potential, that was the real source of his power. With that in mind, I concocted a virus with the sole purpose of severing that link, and implanted it into the Yellow Covenant. Both were then transferred into the decoy body, which I built using components from my actual form.
And when he took the Covenant from you, that was your perfect chance to activate it.
There was no way to prove it would work. I couldn't guarantee the virus would even affect him, so I'd only intended it as a last resort.
Wow. I mean, seriously, Fig, that's downright devious. Never would have thought you had it in you.
Well, I couldn't risk losing you and everyone else after all. Besides which, it wasn't through my efforts alone. I'd never have come up with it without your combat data from the last fight with Zenon.
I don't want modesty, lady. I want an explanation. How'd you beat the system? I want cheat codes too. Let me in on this.
Some answers would be great, but we need a plan fast. Iron Mask's got the Yellow Covenant now. That means he has all of them, doesn't it? I don't know if we've got time to waste here.
That's not a problem, Arrow. Iron Mask only has 4 Covenants, including the Yellow. The situation is still dire, but Iron Mask has also lost Zenon. That has to be a significant blow to his ambitions. We're not out of the fight yet.
But then, where's the last Covenant?
I've already identified the bearer of the final Covenant.
How?
I managed to extract that information from Mangetsu's smartphone. But before we discuss that further, let's all get back to safety. We're here!
Sure. Bye-bye.
Fig!
Welcome back, everyone.
Are you okay? Are you hurt at all?
You worry too much. I assume you're all hungry? I have a meal ready and waiting.
Hey, where's Saizo?
Now that I think about it, he left and never came back.
Typical Saizo. I'm gonna go out and find him.
Ringo, that would be insensitive.
He's with Ash, remember? Use your head.
Yeah, well, being with her's one thing. Leaving with her is another.
Don't worry. He wouldn't do that. I'm sure of it.
You really trust him, huh?
I do.
You know, you've changed too, Fig. I feel like I can talk to you.
That's only natural. I've tuned my thought process to match that of a human's.
No, not like that. I can't really describe it, but it's almost like you've become more human since this all began.
Really? You think so? That makes me happy.
More human, huh? All right.
Ringo, where are you taking Mimi?
We're gonna go do something human.
A freelance devil summoner, huh?
It'd pay well, wouldn't it?
I thought you wanted to get out of all that.
Well, back then, I think I was so overloaded that I just kinda wanted an escape, you know? And I mean, looking back on everything now, it's hard to know just what was really going on.
What do you mean?
It's just that the more I think about it, I wonder if I even wanted to leave summoning in the first place.
You're not worried about Phantom? I could always go with you, you know? The team will be alright without me.
I'll be fine. Iron Mask would probably kill me if I tried messing with Project C, but he's got no time to hunt down a traitor right now. Besides, I know you. You won't actually leave them.
That's not true.
Yes, it is. If you were serious, you'd never put out the idea of coming with me. You'd just do it. You've got work to do, don't you? You said it yourself. You're a team. And I know you'd always ramble about your world of light, but this time I think you mean it. You even went as far as to drop that stupid "I'm immortal" line or whatever you said. So I guess I've finally started to come around to the idea. Maybe it's thanks to those friends of yours?
Yeah, maybe.
I'll be waiting for you. So go on and take care of business.
All right. Time to kick things up a notch.
Now you're my accomplice.
Good for you, Ringo. Looks like Saizo won't be leaving after all.
Come on. You make it sound like I'm only acting out of self-interest.
Well, aren't you?
Are you messing with me? What's got you in such a good mood?
Who can say? At the very least, I'm happy everything's worked out between them.
Knew it. You wouldn't be acting like this for no reason. A call?
Who is it from?
Flamma. She wants us to come to the Axis.
I imagine she wants to talk about the contents of Mangetsu's smartphone.
You mean the info you dug up on the Purple Covenant? Guess you finally finished repairing it.
I did.
So who's got the Covenant then? You know, don't you?
Let's save it for when everyone is present. I'll go ahead and contact them now.
Hey!
Welcome. Welcome.
I'm here.
That's everyone. Let's get right to it then. There's something I'd like to explain.
So you finished repairing the smartphone?
Yes, technically.
Technically. Wait, is it fixed or not?
I'll get to that, but I need to explain things in order. First, about the data I recovered. There was indeed data on the phone concerning the Purple Covenant. I'll summarize the contents.
Before you do, why meet here of all places?
Because the location is convenient.
Uh-huh.
Keep going, Figue.
Right. I suppose I'll get straight to the point. The Purple Covenant is inside of you, Arrow.
Huh? Me?
Wait, didn't we watch that thing get destroyed or something? How did it end up inside him?
Let's hear what Figue has to say.
Arrow, you used to be one of Mangetsu's assistants during his research on the Covenants.
What?
But shortly after you relocated, the Covenant research facility was raided. And by none other than Iron Mask. Among those present at the facility was Mangetsu, who held the Purple Covenant, his assistant, who held the Blue, and you, Arrow. You were there as well. But Mangetsu's assistant was killed by Iron Mask, and the Blue Covenant was taken. Mangetsu knew that it was only a matter of time before they came for the Purple Covenant, too. So it was at that moment he chose to put 3 different branches of his research into practice. The first was the duplication of a covenant. The second was the transfer of a covenant. And the third was the sealing of a covenant. Following his own theory, Mangetsu duplicated the Purple Covenant. In other words, he made a copy, or to be even more precise, a dummy. After which, Mangetsu absorbed the dummy. He then concentrated the real Purple Covenant into his arm and cut it off, allowing it to transfer to you, Arrow.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. You can take a covenant just by hacking off a limb? The hell? Basically died for nothing then.
If you treat your will, or rather, your soul, as the core of the body's senses, then yes, it's possible, in theory. However, it would have required intense mental training to perform. You wouldn't have been able to learn it in just a day or 2.
So by sacrificing his arm, he essentially tricked the Covenant. No, he tricked his own body into thinking it was dead.
I referenced this theory when I transferred the Yellow Covenant to myself, too. And not only that, I'd never have been able to generate the virus without the findings Mangetsu left us.
Guess he technically got his revenge in the end then. Even dying couldn't stop his plans. No wonder they called him a legend. And that's why Mangetsu was keeping tabs on Arrow too. He was keeping track of the Purple Covenant.
Correct. And this is also when I discovered that Zenin was only carrying the dummy Mangetsu created all that time ago. That's why I was able to give the Yellow Covenant to Iron Mask.
This also explains why the Purple Covenant disappeared despite them being indestructible. It's because it was never a covenant to begin with.
But wait, I can't have a covenant inside me. If I did, Figue or Zenin would have seen it.
That's where the third branch of Mangetsu's research comes into play. The sealing of a covenant.
Sealing?
After the covenant was transferred to you, Arrow, Mangetsu sealed it.
Are you kidding? Now it's like you can do just about anything you want with covenants.
That's our fault for making assumptions about them when we really didn't understand anything yet. This is the life's work of a true expert. We should be thankful someone put in the time and effort so we don't have to. Alright, Figue. What's next?
Right. It just so happens that when a covenant is sealed, it loses its light and can no longer be sensed from the outside.
Meaning the holder wouldn't be able to sense other covenants either, huh? But how does that relate to memory loss?
The exact cause is unclear, but it appears to be a side effect from the sealing. It seems this coincided with Mangetsu's goal to hide the covenant. Mangetsu's smartphone included details on the unsealing process as well. But unfortunately, I was unable to restore that data.
Oh.
So some things are impossible even for Aion.
When it comes to magic, very few actual experiences have been recorded. Even with my abilities, I couldn't approximate the data gaps left by the damage.
But we can't just give up. Right, Figue?
Right. If we could observe Mangetsu sealing the Purple Covenant inside of Arrow for ourselves, then we would have the actual experience we need. That should be enough to replicate the unsealing process.
By unsealing the Covenant, Arrow's memories will return, and the Soul Matrix will normalize.
Ah, so that's why we're here. So we gotta operate on Arrow's soul again. Makes sense.
Operate?
So, how are we supposed to view Arrow's lost memories?
We'll create a temporary bridge across the memory gap. We can then try to access the memories on the other side.
There was a weird gap that only appeared in Arrow's soul matrix. But there was no way across, no matter where I looked. I bet that's where we find the path to those memories on the Purple Covenant. Do you remember that one time when I collapsed?
Yeah, it was right after I came back to life. It was pretty freaky.
That was caused by Arrow's missing memories too, wasn't it?
Affirmative.
So, what are the risks?
Building a temporary bridge is an untested measure. It is currently unclear what potential effects this could have on Arrow's mind. And of course, the same risk applies to Ringo as well, since her mind is linked to his.
Great, so it's a total shot in the dark. What's the plan, Ringo?
We break the seal. That runs us the risk of getting discovered, but it also allows us to track down Iron Mask. But, having said that, this is about you, Arrow, so I think you should be the one to decide.
Could I have some time to think about it? This is a lot to take in all at once. I need to clear my head.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Let's regroup later then.